Guess what day it is? It's the day before John Bird's birthday.
No.
Hey,
No.
Hey,
It's Andrew. How old are you, Andrew? He's 40. He's 40.
Yeah, I'm 40 today.
It's great. Hey, man, celebrate. It's great.
I got big balls in my shot and everything.
Look at this. There's a big ball. And cards and presents and things.
Yeah, give us a wide shot. We got a wide shot. Look at all this stuff on our table that people have sent us for birthday gifts. We're going to break all that down Friday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, look out.
It's not easy to do to get presents on your birthday and then have to wait 3 days to open them. But, you know, I mean, we'll see what happens. Didn't Tony just have a birthday?
It was early June, yeah.
Nobody sent him anything.
Dad, burn it. I didn't know. Why? See, he's not on Facebook, so it didn't tell me. Why? What is your birthday?
It's June the 5th.
We need listeners to retroactively send Tony a birthday present, and he needs to be here by Friday.
Yes. Send pictures of your butt. Okay? So what you want to do is everybody is what you can do is moon him. And what I'll do is I'll cut it out like with Photoshop. And then I'll put them all together. And then I'll put on everybody's butt H-A-P and it'll spell out happy birthday.
I thought you'd at least come up with something original, you know.
That's very original.
That's
I was going to say, we've already done that, you know.
Yeah, well, that's it's creative. So yeah, I'm 40 years old today. It's Trish. She decorated like nobody's business. There was these all over the place.
85.
Even when I got in my car, there was tons of this. I still got tons of this stuff in my car. And I was worried that maybe a balloon was going to get under the gas pedal and then I would die.
Because on your birthday.
On my birthday. My birthday and my death day would be the same day.
Oh, man.
That would have been crazy. Crazy. All right, let's see what we got here. As everybody knows, we do this live. John Bird needs some help.
For your birthday, will you help me?
All you got to do
You're
is...
wise.
So you're on your account, which doesn't matter, right?
Oh,
so
but I looked you up.
You go to the search.
Yeah, over the line.
Type in over the line.
I did that. I swear I did that. I swear it.
Hold on, watch. Over the line.
With Andrew McClain, and that pops up.
All right, so you hit search.
Just like I did.
All right.
Oh.
So it's actually the third option on there.
Right,
and you click that.
Oh, you know what? I searched too early. That's what it was. But I was doing it right. Hey, everybody. And the super chat.
And if this is your first time checking out this show, that happens every episode. So
hey guys, I'm sorry.
You know, John Bird struggles. But he's also, John Bird is much like a child, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but, you know, he's very over the top about birthdays and holidays and everything else. So you are incredibly excited about my birthday.
Yes, it's a big birthday.
And the anticipation of your birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean that's just so cool.
And I heard there's a little shindig going on. I actually got invited to it.
Yes, my buddy Seth and his lovely bride Megan, and when I played Margarita Grill last night, they came.
Yeah, I saw him stick his head on camera. And we have got to, anytime you do live, whether you're at home or you're at a venue or whatever, you have got to put that Venmo out there front and center.
I know, I got like $20.
People that are sitting home and watch it, they'll tip you. I mean, if they're going to throw you $3 or $4 a piece.
Anything. But
several
yeah, I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And what I would do when I was playing is I got to play everything, and at the end, I would get away from the mic and
That's a good idea. Interact with the audience.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah, that was fine.
But anyway, all the gifts that y'all have sent us for my birthday today, for John Bird's birthday tomorrow, and potentially for Tony's birthday 2 months ago, we will open those on Friday.
Oh, my gosh. Cherie said, I'm trying to get something together for all of you for Friday. I didn't want Tony to be left out, so I'm including him. She is
Look
getting.
at
That's awesome, yeah.
So yeah, and if you're local and you don't want to mail it or you think it won't make it in time, you can drop it off at the vape store. You don't know where that is. I mean, otherwise you're mailing it to the vape store, so y'all should all have that address.
Yeah, and just know that Tony's employees will be going through it. So just make sure that there's nothing.
Yeah, don't send anything that you would be embarrassed for the general public to see.
Exactly.
No, but we've been better about that. They didn't
okay.
open up the last 2 or 3 that came in.
Oh,
so
okay.
We had a talk.
I will say, what was I forgot what I was going to bring
See, that
up.
happens when you turn 40. I'm serious.
Yeah, it is.
Some of it goes away.
I had something I was going to say. I forgot.
We're still all like coming down from the whole Brooke Hogan thing this morning.
Yeah.
That was
That is
interesting.
so awesome.
Wild, dude. I wasn't able, because I was getting ready for my own show, so I wasn't able to listen to Bubba as this happened. But the way I was tipped off about it is Gene Lasker posted on Facebook, hey, hope y'all were listening to Bubba this morning. It's a picture of him and Hogan. He was like, hey, hope y'all were listening this morning. Brooke called Bubba's show and laid out the law, said exactly what had happened, and basically confirming all the things that Bubba's been saying. And that is huge, because Bubba hasn't talked to her since like 2012 or whatever. Like they
huge.
just like with Hogan, they had kind of drifted apart because.
And hopefully the media will pick up on that.
Oh, I'm sure there's already
Hopefully
articles
they,
out.
will.
And weird enough, like I wore my Hollywood Hogan shirt today.
That's
because,
awesome.
Today is his funeral. They had his funeral today. Yep. And so ironically enough, Brooke calls Bubba on the day of her dad's funeral.
That's big.
To kind of put it out there. Let's go ahead and get into that, actually.
Yeah.
So we're not going to watch this full thing, but I'll hit the front end of this and then some highlights. So they just randomly get a call. Lummy answers it, and he then tells Bubba, he's like, we've got somebody on the phone claiming to be Brooke Hogan. I don't know if it's her or not, but you might want to take this call. And what I say focus on is Bubba's reaction and his utter shock that he is getting a call from Brooke.
There's somebody on the warm line that's claiming there's somebody. I don't know if you want to check the phone. Or just Brooke. Who? Brooke? Brooke Hogan?
Brooke Hogan?
Yeah. Brooke.
Hold on. What would she be calling me for? Listen, I just had like a hot flash come over me. I'm nervous.
The phones have been pretty busy, but I can say that one.
Okay, hold on. My palms are sweaty. What's the Eminem song go? Hey, palms are sweaty. Some
shirt stain was spaghetti.
I don't know. Hello? Is this Brooke?
Bubba?
Yes.
It's Brooke.
As in Brooke Teeny?
Yeah. Hi.
I don't even know what to say. I've not spoke to you since 2011, and I am afraid to where this could potentially go.
I'm not mad at you, but I'm not mad at you. I've been following you, and I've been watching everything that you've been saying since you defended me with my mom. Somebody sent it to me, and it actually brought me to tears. Kind of feeling like somebody had a voice for me. So I've been kind of following you now, and
for real.
I'm just feeling.
Brooke, I don't even know what to say. I mean, there's so many things going through my head right now that I want to say and there's so many things to talk about, and there's just so many. And I thought.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you. I don't have your number anymore, so I literally called what was on the screen.
So, first of all, I want to tell you that I'm sorry for your for Terry, and second of all, I do remember about maybe 2 months ago. I think it was when your mom did her bat crap crazy thing, and it was all over the internet and it went viral. And I just gave my recollection of how I saw things growing up. I've known you, God, I think since maybe you were 7 or 8. Spent a lot of time with your family and saw a lot of things, and I talked about them that day. I didn't know that it got back to you.
Yeah, I think somebody sent it to Steve, and then Steve showed it to me, but that's not the reason why I'm calling. I've been watching and a lot of things about things with my dad have bothered me, you know, because a lot of people don't know. Sorry, I don't want to cry. A lot of people don't.
I feel like I'm gonna cry because I always thought that you probably hated me for my involvement in what I did, and I always thought.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you. I want to tell you that I was down in my dad's gym I was down in my dad's gym with him back when they set up the sting operation at the Sand Pearl. And him and David Houston got wired up because somebody was going to try to extort them for the tape. And my dad told me that he knew it wasn't you that leaked the tape. And I've been watching you take the heat for it, and I've been hearing you, you know, say sorry. And I know that, you know, you have a guilty conscience, but my dad told me the real story that, you know, it was your home file.
Look at Bubba's face right now.
I know it. I was watching.
And this is something that's haunted Bubba. And yeah, we had a little reverb Willie there at the beginning. That's our fault. We had so many problems before we started the show. We had to get everything in order, so things got switched around. But look at Bubba's face. I mean, he's one in shock that Brooke has called him after what would that be, 14 years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And she not only calls, but she says, I've been watching you. I've been watching everything you're saying. I've been watching you apologize. And now gives him confirmation that all this time, Hogan knew that Bubba didn't have anything to do with this. Like, the time frame she's referring to is when they set up the sting operation, while the bad guys, Spice Boy, Calta, or whoever, had the tape and they were shopping it around. They were originally going to extort Hulk Hogan and said, if you don't give us X number of millions of dollars, we're going to release this tape. And so they get with the feds. Hogan and his guy get with the feds. They wire them up. They go in there. The FBI does a sting operation. And, you know, the whole thing, that was right in the middle of that. So almost the entire time, Hogan knew Bubba didn't have anything to do with it. So it makes me wonder, well, and I think Bubba speculated on this as well. He said that he thinks Hogan wouldn't talk to him because he didn't want the public perception that, hey, I was in on it.
Cahoots. Yeah.
That they were in cahoots because, you know, Hogan made millions off of this between suing Cox and not actual Cox, but like Cox Radio, Cox Media, and suing, who else did he sue? Sued Gawker. Millions of dollars. And so, you know, maybe it was just, maybe his advisors were like, man, well, you can't get back with Bubba because, you know,
they might think it's sort of like a wrestling ploy. Oh, here we go.
It might jeopardize, you know, the money, and that, you know, Cox or Gawker or whoever come back around and they're like, hey, you know, this was obviously a setup. Let's redo this trial and get our money back. Which still, you know, Hogan, come on, cuz, get out there and apologize to Bubba. That could have been such good radio for the past 15 years. God.
Mike Chris, $10 for a hot Brooke Hogan.
Wow.
Yeah, he did pick the best picture of her, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
But his face, look at his jaws dropped and everything. He's just like, he can't believe it. So again, this is the part where she's telling him, my dad knew all along. And let's see his reaction.
You know, when you got divorced, that you ran down off your
look at Dan.
security footage thing when Heather had to get all of her stuff out of the house, and he said that somebody's, you know, one of your employees had it, and that they took it from you, and he knew it wasn't you. I want to just apologize because I know that I know it was not only devastating for me, obviously, because I was the butt of the joke in the tape, but I just watching you talk about everything and you being however you got your sources being so right, and me being through 25 surgeries with him and knowing that man's, you know, health like a roadmap, as I say, it just made, you know, I could tell that you cared, and I could tell that you were worried, and it pisses me off is that, you know, instead of his people around him telling the truth and and being able to get people to pray for him and help him, even though I wasn't in contact with him for certain reasons. There are people, around him that, obviously I didn't want to tangle a-holes with.
There were several questions that were answered for me during this, and that's why I think it's such a big deal. I mean, obvious reasons it's a big deal. But I had always wondered, how did the Hogan sex tape end up in the hands of Spice Boy? Well, it ended up in his hands because Bubba had brought that tape, per se, CD, disc, or whatever, and brought it to his office and put it in his desk. Now, I mean, everybody would be like, well, if you're in that situation, why in the world would you seemingly make a copy of that disc and then take it and put it in your desk at work? You're just asking for trouble. But what it sounds like, the way Brooke's explaining it, is that, and maybe this was common knowledge and I just didn't know, that when he was getting divorced from Heather, his wife that's involved in the tape as well, that he took all the home footage from, the past few whatever years in bulk and put it at his office because, I don't know if Heather was living there and he had to get out or whatever it was. It sounded like he just took it as bulk and then somehow they sifted through it when Bubba wasn't around and took that portion of the video. That's what it sounds like. I mean, I may be off base on that, but if that's the case, that makes more sense than him just cutting out a section, which is the sex tape, and then putting it on a CD and sticking it at his desk, Yeah. I've wondered that for a long time.
Well, man, you can't trust radio. I mean,
radio's bad, man.
Yeah.
Dirty people. Dirty people. So anyway, I just wanted to hear the front end of that, and I got a couple other highlights I want to play, but it was shocking. I can't imagine how shocking it was for Bubba to finally hear from somebody he had known since she was 7 years old,
Yeah, I hadn't heard her voice in probably, good Lord, 15, 16, 17 years.
Once you heard it, you recognized it as her. Though,
oh, instantly. Yeah. And when you meet her, you're like, yeah, that's definitely Linda and Terry's daughter. There's no doubt about it. They're all family for sure.
I mean, it's just amazing that on the day he's getting buried, it's almost like she was like, she just wants to.
You need to get it out.
Yeah, just get it out and clear the air and just, I mean, they certainly deserve privacy, but I mean, also, don't turn the funeral into a media circus or, and I'm sure there's those out there that.
And I don't even know if she was gonna be at the funeral. Like, she had been estranged from him for a number of years, and I'm not even 100% sure why. I don't know if it's a previous wife or something to do with Linda. I know the reasons that her and her mom are not, on speaking terms because Linda Hogan is a nut job and an alcoholic and everything else. But so I don't even know if she's going to be.
Did they make up before? Surely they did before.
I don't know. I don't. I know, and it's probably. I haven't listened to this thing in its entirety, so it probably explains that at some point. Here's some of the other clips from it that Bubba posted as shorts and reels.
When he entered this world of what Mike Rinder had warned me about, and I was now pregnant with twins and married, and my husband's family is so kind and so sweet, and I have something to lose. Money didn't matter. I was like, take me off everything, and I was sobbing. When I wrote the text to Terry McCoy, the guy that manages his money. I was sobbing, and I just said, take me off everything. I don't want to be a part of it, because I knew, in my mind, this is how the math was going to work out. If Sky is a Scientologist, which apparently she's still in good standings, but she says she left. It's not for me to judge. She was always nice to me. I have no problem with Sky. But if she was a Scientologist, I know that that's a very powerful backing. And then I thought, oh my God, if I get left any money or if Nick gets left any money, no offense, but my mom has been known to kind of find herself in the mix with, things like that. And I'm like, I don't want to fight Linda. I don't want to fight Scientology. I don't want somebody that I love to get knocked off. I don't know how deep this stuff goes. It scared me. And I just said, I want out. And I'd hoped that my dad at least trusted me with his IP, like his intellectual property and his trademarks and stuff, because like I said, I would have done the right thing and upheld his, I would have made him an Elvis legacy, or a Marilyn Monroe legacy or a Selena legacy. And I hope that whoever has his marks does that. I just know that the people around him are pretty shady and not in his best interest.
So, just some parameters there. So, Sky, his wife of 2 years, is from a family where her mom and her dad are Scientologists, and they're pretty high up.
Bad news right there.
So, right. And also, is it the mayor of Tampa or the mayor of Clearwater is a Scientologist as well? So, essentially, in both Sky and Hogan had professed their Christianity over the past few months and maybe even a couple years. They both got baptized, and they both claim they're not anything to do with Scientology. But Brooke's concern was the Scientology people are still going to be in the mix. And she, that they're known to, as she say, get somebody knocked off if it's for money or for whatever. And she's like, I don't even want to be involved in it. I don't want to be at risk from the Scientology people coming after me. That sounded like that was her driving factor, right?
Yes, and they will come after you.
Yeah, they will, man.
I got to tell you, down in Clearwater, the Scientology whole community, they're the biggest, most powerful by far in that whole area right there. So it's probably the mayor of Clearwater is what you're talking about. Yeah.
And so she, obviously being from there, she understands that.
Yeah.
And she says, take me out of the will completely. She doesn't even she don't want anything to do with it. She was hoping she could get the trademarks and stuff to be able to preserve his legacy, like she said. But, can you really blame her? You're talking $25 to $50 million. I know it's a big gap. I just don't know what the exact number is. So it's a lot of money. And I've seen speculation that Sky is going to get 30% or more. Or, maybe she gets all of it since Brooke wants out. I'm assuming I hadn't heard anything about Nick Hogan, so he's probably going to want his cut, I assume.
I would think Nick would want a cut, yeah, but who knows about that one?
Because Nick was not only at Raw after Monday Night Raw after Hogan's passing, but he was also at SummerSlam over the weekend, both nights. And so...
Wasn't there a riot there or something?
A riot?
A big event? Something happened.
Oh, like a fight?
Yeah.
There was a fight.
Okay.
And I didn't talk much about it. We could probably get into some of that when we get through this. Anyway, I want to keep going. I just got a couple more of these highlights to kind of give you some insight on how that conversation went today.
Like me and Jen went through all the surgeries together, and we'd take shifts. And that's what has me puzzled because, they're saying, oh, he had leukemia. And I'm like, I saw his blood work every time. One doctor, I quote, said his blood is like a 25-year-old. He took the most care of his body and his blood. He was going to an anti-aging specialist and would also, just being through all the surgeries. You have to do a blood panel before any major surgery. How did nobody catch, a high white blood cell count? That's what bothers me the most, and I'm like, we don't have cancer that runs in our family. It seems weird.
She's got a lot of questions, man. A lot of questions about, and Bubba's asked these questions too. He's like, really, it doesn't make a lot of sense and it didn't make a lot of sense to the general public, and that's why they bought Hogan's team's excuse of, no, he's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong. Because there was nothing to signal that Hogan was in bad shape when all this started, when Bubba started talking about it. And so, I don't know, man.
Maybe she wants to join forces with Bubba to kind of get to the bottom of everything.
Could be.
Yeah. But, handlers are awful. Look at Michael Jackson and, Prince.
I think if I ever got big enough, I'd probably let you be my handler, even though shit would be an absolute mess.
Yeah,
I would let you be my handler.
But we would laugh. We'd have such fun till you lost all your money.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't screw me over. Like if I lost all my money, it would be because some mishandling in the accounting department, not done on purpose.
Right. Exactly.
I'd rather lose it by accident than somebody screw me.
And to be safe, probably Dr. Dingaling could handle your medical.
Yes. Dr. Dingaling's like, you definitely got leukemia, even though I didn't check your white blood cells. Maybe that was the problem. Maybe they had their own Dr. Dingaling.
It was more interested in the nurses than poor Hulk.
So, again, she's questioning the medical side of things. And then there's the question of, the cremation of his body. They didn't do an autopsy. They just went straight to the cremation process.
That is...
Yeah, watch this right here. This is her talking about that, which Bubba was talking about days before as well.
He had a calcified aortic valve, and this conversation was had like maybe 3 years ago, and the doctor said, kind of a last-ditch effort. It'll buy you 10 years, but not more. But, let's not do that quite yet. I don't know if it was absolutely necessary to do it. I was kind of the one to do everything holistic or minimal as possible before going to the last resort. I do think it's weird that no autopsy was performed because, yes, you can have a heart attack, but what was the reason for the heart attack is the question. Because if he was up and doing breathing exercises and stuff, that means that the surgery on his heart was a success and it was working. So the first thing, if you went into AFib, the first thing that people would want to do, doctors would want to do over at Tampa General would be either a cardioversion or what's the thing with the burning the nerves, the
ablation.
Right. He had so many ablations and so many cardioversions. I remember back then praying, dear God, please don't let this be the day my dad dies. I mean, we were there back then, and he got through all of it. And there was one day we were at home, and he's like, my heart's starting to race. And I kind of was like, let's try something different. I said, Dad, take a Valium. He goes, oh, that's not going to work, And I said, just take a Valium and just lay down and drink some water and breathe. And I bought him, because we didn't have like an oxygen machine at the house. I actually went on Amazon and I bought like the cans of oxygen that like hikers use when they go up in high altitudes.
Right.
And I said, take a hit off the oxygen, take a Valium, lay down, chill. His heart returned back to sinus rhythm. So I was like, maybe we're just overdoing it.
So that's another thing. Was he being overdone by his medical providers? But then again, the fact that they didn't do an autopsy and they went straight to cremation, and Scientology is in the mix.
Scientology, exactly. They take everything over in your life.
If Scientology, while maybe not seemingly directly tied to Hogan and his marriage, I mean, you're talking about his in-laws at this point.
Yes.
Like, are the people talking back and forth and be like, yeah, we could really use $25 million to go towards some renovations over here on our Scientology church.
Hopefully Brooke doesn't think about going, well, no, she's, she knows.
Yeah.
And hopefully Bubba doesn't. Stay away from it, Bubba. Stay away.
You don't think he needs to do any investigative journalism?
No.
In the Scientology church?
I wonder if there's some around here.
He could send...
I've got my spy glasses.
He could send you and Tuttle to a Scientology church.
Yes, Tuttle talk about it. Said we need to do something big. That's it.
That's
the
thing.
I've got my spy glasses.
That's the big thing. I'll text Tuttle after the show.
Wait a minute, though. What if, you don't hear from us again?
No, you'll be fine. Dude, Scientology, if you go in there and they bust you, there ain't no way Scientology wants to keep you. They're going to be like, this dude's crazy. We can't have him part of the church.
They want to make an example.
Just push Tuttle down and run. That's what I say. Push him down and run as fast as you can.
Well, you'll both get there, and you both have to do their little meter testing to see what your thetan levels are, or whatever they call them with that whole thing. Mm-hmm. And I got to say about the Brooke call, I honestly think she didn't plan on calling. I think that sounded like the what the hell, pick up the phone and call.
She did it last minute.
Yeah, I think so.
Because she even notes, she's like, I don't have your number anymore, so I just turned on your show and called the number on the screen. And that's why she called the show. Yeah, so all of our super chats over the next week will go towards John Bird's plane ticket to Tampa, where he will wear his spy glasses into the Church of Scientology.
Yes, and $188 on Southwest.
Oh, that's all we need? It's $188?
Yeah, for a round trip.
Nice.
But what if it's a one-way trip?
That's where you push Tuttle down and run. Okay, at least if Bubba's got to do if there has to be a rescue mission, it's easier for Bubba to do a rescue mission when he's already there than it would be for us to have to go all the way down there and do a rescue mission.
Yeah,
Don't
count on Lummy.
You're disgusting. You wouldn't go down there to save me.
We would. It would
You're
just
like my
be,
little brother. You would do me wrong.
We would. It would just be more trouble than it would be for Bubba. Because Bubba probably wouldn't even have to go. He'd send Lummy.
You know what?
Well, Lummy might run out of gas on the way on the interstate. You know?
Well, that's true.
You know what? Finish what you were going to say.
Which was...
Damn it, I forgot. It was going to be really funny. Damn it.
Yeah, Bert thinks you're about to say something and you don't finish your sentence. He's never going to remember the way to set you back up for it. So
yeah, I mean, it's just in and out. It was great too. It may be one of the funniest things I've ever said.
Probably wasn't going to be. Real quick, I'm almost done with this, but I just want to go through a couple more of these. So this is Bubba. I think this is Bubba yesterday on Monday talking about the cremation deal. And again, at this point, he's got no idea Brooke's going to call him and start talking about all this stuff. He's just doing the speculation that he's been doing ever since Hogan died.
In this particular report, written by a guy named Chris Spada, Hogan died July 24th after collapsing at home in Clearwater Beach while doing therapy, according to first responders' radio communications that morning. Firefighter paramedics who rushed Hogan to the Morton Plant Hospital told the staff there that Hogan had just returned home from the hospital after surgery. Hogan was also currently waiting to start dialysis. Nobody knew that he was getting ready to start kidney dialysis until the paramedics called to the doctor, and they're telling the doctor that he is ported or wired for dialysis. So the paramedics, while they're en route, they administered Narcan and they administered drugs that could treat high level of potassium, a sign of kidney failure, which can lead to cardiac arrest. They also gave him 2 milligrams of Narcan. I mean, at this point, I was told through reliable sources that they threw not 1, but 2 shots of Narcan and this kidney failure potassium, and he was never able to be revived. They immediately got this doctor to create this report. The medical examiner never did his own report. He's relying on Gerald Joseph Fitzgerald Jr.'s report, and that's what they're going with. You don't think, I don't know who, and I ain't saying nothing, but you don't think that somebody could have just, while you're sleeping, jabbed something in that port that could cause your heart to stop, but nobody's asking any questions?
Yep.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, this is deep, bro.
You know what? I've got a request. I'm sorry, I don't mean to like derail the show, but could we play Hulk Hogan at the Republican National Convention? Please, Andrew, please.
I think it's possible, because didn't we do a live stream of that?
Mm-hmm, we did.
Whenever if we did a C-SPAN or something.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to.
Well, we can do it.
It inspired the heck out of me.
If we got time at the end, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
That means no, Bird.
If it kicks us off, then you got to answer to all these people.
Okay, we'll do it on the members only, because YouTube doesn't know anything. They're not a part of that.
Yeah, they can't see.
They
our
didn't
members
subscribe.
Only. They can't see our members only at all.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit this last one. So this one, same thing, talking about the cremation, like no autopsy and all this stuff, just very fishy.
The medical examiner didn't do a report. He relied on the general physician to do it, and there is no autopsy, and he's already been cremated.
Ain't nothing to see here.
Boy, there's nothing here at all, is there? Other than what they're claiming to be nearly with properties. There's $40 to $50 million at stake here. You just got married to a Scientologist 2 years ago. There's been reports that she's moved some stuff around and what have you. I don't know any of that to be true. Rumor has it that's strictly somebody else's opinion, not mine. But I got to think, if you're that high profile with that much money, that newlywed, you are the first person to step on up to an autopsy. No autopsy. And in fact, the majority of this information came from a certificate of cremation.
Gene Hackman, which happened in, I believe, Arizona, the medical examiner did their own independent investigation. Michael Jackson in L.A. County, the medical examiner did their own independent investigation. Joan Rivers in New York City, the medical examiner did their own investigation. Why didn't they do one here?
Interesting. Because it was just as shocking as any of those other deaths that they mentioned. So, I don't know, man. It's almost like, first of all, y'all explain to me what do these Scientologists believe in anyway? I understand that it's like a high up, like, upper class kind of celebrities are involved in all this other stuff. And that
L. Ron Hubbard, the celebrated science fiction author,
Yes. Okay. Yes. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Started it.
And then if you try to leave the church, they'll hunt you down. But like, so do they believe in the flying spaghetti monster, or is there any Jesus in it, or
no,
what?
it's like it's all within you, and they have Ingrams. That's where I'm sorry, but I got to share this story. My bass player years ago, like in the late '80s, he almost became a Scientologist. And he got me to start doing some things. There's something called Ingrams, and they're like things in your life that you have to. Things in your life.
There you go. Just lining you up.
Things in your life that you go, and like he had me I was laying on a couch in the recording studio, and had the lights out, and you're just supposed to think about it, and it will come to you, the Ingrams in your life, and you release them. That's some weird shit right there.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like what they do at these ayahuasca churches, but the ayahuasca stuff sounds so much more fun. You know?
Yeah, well, Scientology doesn't play around. I mean, they take your money. You have to do they get slave labor.
So do they basically take everything from you, and then you're just living like they provide you with all your needs?
Mm-hmm. And I wonder if there's anybody. Is anybody in the super chat a Scientologist?
Yeah, send us $20 on the super chat if you're a Scientologist.
No, don't. Mike Chris, I know you are. You're a Scientologist. You've been sucking up to us. You want to take us over.
Shut up.
No, I'm joking, Mike. I love you, brother.
But anyway, I was just curious.
Yeah,
It's been so long since I've looked into Scientology as far as like how it operates. I mean, there was that one documentary with
Lisa Remini. She had a whole season after that documentary. It was very compelling.
Because if you try to leave, they'll hunt you down. They'll like try to ruin your life and your relationships and everything else.
It's like the CIA. I mean, she would have FBI looking black Escalades or whatever following her.
Yeah.
You know, and it's intimidation is what it is.
Well, and you got to ask yourself, why is that? Is it because those individuals have information on the church that they don't want getting out? I mean, that would be my conclusion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the head of it's very weird, and his wife is very weird. It's almost like I'm sorry if you guys subscribe.
There's no
this,
Scientologist in this group.
Yeah, but no, I mean, it's like a Joel Osteen kind of thing.
Oh, well, there may be some Joel Osteen people in here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
pissed them off.
I'm sorry.
You called them Scientologists.
I'm sorry. Y'all don't leave. You know what? Before you leave, send us a super chat. No, I'm joking.
Just to make sure we know you're leaving.
No. But I mean, it's the same sort of thing as far as it's almost like Joel Osteen is he's like the CEO of a company.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, the CEO of Scientology does not want to get out of their protected tax status. They're going to want to do whatever they can to remain.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, John Travolta.
And there was even recent talk of them getting their tax status rescinded.
That would be great.
Somewhat. Wasn't it in the Trump? They mentioned it a few times or something?
Yeah, I think there was discussions of it during his first term. He should totally do that, though.
Yeah, that would be billions of dollars, literally.
Start taxing the science fiction people. Like you do got to have some parameters about what you can consider a religion. Like, I understand there's some crazy ones out there, but like, let's just make a category and say you either got Buddha or Muhammad or Jesus, and you got to put your parameters around that.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, it's a slippery slope, but people take advantage of, especially Scientology.
Yeah, and in Scientology, if you ever go like downtown Clearwater or near the beach, it almost looks like a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses walking around because they have the same uniform on. It's a white T-shirt or with a pocket thing, and I've seen them all the time down there, and they're definitely into their thing. That's for sure.
Pull up some pictures of these people. But
I'm texting Tuttle right now. Tuttle, let's take Scientology down. Call me.
Okay.
This would be big news.
Scientology, but Scientology people pictures.
Yeah.
Is that them?
Yeah.
They all have to wear ties?
So this is what I see in downtown Clearwater when I go driving down there. I always see them wearing the white shirts and the black ties as they're carrying their backpack or whatever.
So essentially, they're Jehovah's Witness comic book nerds.
It appears that way, yeah. I never really got into what they did, but they're definitely, you'll see them every day down there. That's what they do.
And those are like the new recruits or whatever. And I mean, it's the stuff that they having to do. It's practically like scrub the floors and that kind of. And then you move up to levels.
And then they give praise to their Lord and Savior, Spider-Man, Peter Parker. I guess. Yeah. Listen. What do they offer these? Like, what do you offer an average person that you're trying to recruit to Scientology? Like, what do you give them? You got be like, hey, you in Islam, it's like, hey, you go unalive yourself on the battlefield against the infidel. You get 72 virgins. You
achieve. Maybe it's immortality, but it's like I said, getting rid of those Ingrams and moving up levels. You get closer and closer to
the flying spaghetti monster.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
what is their god though? I think that's
Tony,
what I'm
look that up. Google it.
I've seen it. It has. I don't know his name, Xenoff or something. Supposedly there was this intergalactic thing of planets.
Yes.
And then they dropped the human souls down to the earth, and the souls like somehow went into humans, and that's what created the soul in the humans. Is kind of what their whole
sound like a science fiction book.
It does.
I wonder if L. Ron Hubbard did it as a joke.
There's no way you can disprove it. So
Yeah, it's proven a negative or whatever.
But these people that sign up, they're usually looking for answers in life. They want to know why they're here. They're making all those questions, and these people promise them as they get closer to the top of the pyramid, if you will.
Yes.
That they'll find out those answers. So that's what they're striving for.
And
as
they
work
never
their way up.
get there.
Right.
That's the thing.
Chasing the dragon.
Yes.
Xenu.
Xenu.
That's it. Yeah.
Let's see what this Xenu guy.
Yeah.
looks
Even
like.
South Park did a parody about it with Tom Cruise being stuck in a closet.
That's right.
Xenu images.
Oh, we got a new South Park tomorrow, by the way.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep. He's Charlie Kirk.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Look at that. Looks like a South Park character if I've ever seen one.
Oh yeah. I mean,
save that picture. I'm putting him on the cover photo.
Yes.
This is the South Park. That's
Oh, that is the South Park.
That is
character.
the South Park one they created. Yeah.
Nice.
What do people think? Everybody's going to South Park.
But what is he? I mean, what do they think he looks like? Not what Trey Parker thinks he looks like.
I don't know. But this, where it says free personality test, this is how they lure him in. And then the book, Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard.
Dianetics.
And it was an episode where Stan went and he became the head of Scientology was the whole thing.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's say, you know what? What we need to do is get Dianetics and Angry Shakespeare can read excerpts from it.
yes. That's a genius idea.
Wait a minute. But
Is it online? Can we get Dianetics online? What's it called?
Dianetics?
Dianetics is the one you get from Israel.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Dianetics. I'm sure you can.
you might can get it from Kindle. Yeah, Amazon. And they'll let you
so that's
read.
it right there?
Yeah, they'll let you read a sample.
How much is it?
It is
43% off, $14.99.
$14.
All right, come on, chat. Let's go. Somebody send that to us. Send it to the vape store.
Yeah, we'll get Angry Shakespeare to read excerpts. I'm sure there's some interesting ones.
Well, whatever we do, let's not piss off the Scientology community, okay? We went with the Church International, but these people, that's a different ballgame.
This episode in the Great Book of Scientology.
You know what? Let me do something. Scientology. I am issuing a challenge. Oh God. I want to slap fight the head of Scientology. Or if you want to put old Travolta in there, I will take on Travolta and I will take on Tom Cruise in a slap fight. They'll be standing one on each side and I'll be slapping like this. Bring it on. Or leg wrestle. Either one. Damn right.
He got himself fired up on that one, didn't he? Yeah. Anyway, well,
Jordan, I used to live down the street from their main church in Hemet, California.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's.
See, I've never been around any Scientology. Of course, I've been born and raised. I've always lived here in Birmingham, but I've lived a sheltered life. I mean, I've seen Jehovah's Witnesses before, but I've never seen Scientologists.
I got to say, I've never lived anywhere where nobody ever freaking moves. I moved here, and everybody's like, oh, we've been here our whole lives.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
Because we're country bumpkins, man.
No, it's I say it's a great hidden secret.
Yeah.
It's a gem. Well, at least over the mountain is a gem.
Yeah, the longer I've lived here, the more I appreciate it. But I do miss Tampa and the Clearwater area, the beach and everything. And
now, if we were born and raised in like East Lake or Center Point, where it's super hood, then maybe we would have moved. You know,
Yeah.
be like Alabama, man. This place is weird. I get shot at every 3 to 4 days.
Yeah. But, you know, I mean, that would be our culture. That would be who we are.
It would be our culture. It wouldn't be our culture.
better be wearing those chains every episode.
Yeah. All right.
You
know what? I've got and I never brought it, and because I can't, but I've got a toy 9mm.
Whoa.
That I ordered.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I'm 9 milligrams down there.
9 milligrams.
Wait a minute. That's you know
You may
what?
say kilograms.
Kilograms.
As long as it keeps the YT off of us. Wait a minute. That's a black term. What do they call?
YT?
Oh, YT. Yeah, for Whitey.
Oh.
I'm thinking YouTube. YT.
YT
I know.
sounds like a urinary tract infection.
But like in the Urban Dictionary, it'll say, YT for Whitey.
So the letter Y and the letter T?
Mm-hmm. That's the way they do it on like the TikTok and the Instagram.
So it's like crack-a.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that's the new thing to say, but I won't.
Interesting.
Because I'm not a whitey. I've got a nice little tan working.
I have too, man. I'm getting a little pasty. I missed out.
You look good with a tan.
I know.
No homo.
I'm trying
but
to
you
get
look
back.
really good with a tan, I got to say it.
I'm trying to get it back. I've lost it a little bit.
Yeah. I've got an announcement to make.
You're pregnant.
Nope, I got clipped. I have vitiligo.
What?
I have vitiligo. It's a skin disorder. It started on my hands, a little white there. And now, look at this. You see it? You guys see it? See where it's like pinkish?
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing my skin. I'm going to turn translucent. Eventually, I will be invisible.
You sure it's not from sticky tens unit pads?
No, it's not. It is.
This is what's happening to you right here?
Yeah, but people of color, it looks really, really bad. But, I mean, fortunately, it hasn't been super bad.
Huh.
You know? But, yeah, I mean, they're always showing the extremes. See, those are extreme. But I don't know. It might start moving up my face like that, and I'll have to wear makeup and everything. It'll be scary. I'll wear a mask, like a Phantom of the Opera mask.
Yeah. Well, if you're translucent, then we'll never have to complain about you not being in the camera shot because we wouldn't be able to see you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, what I would do is I'd probably take, like, my beef tallow, which is working great. Look at this. I would take the beef tallow and smear it all over my face so you could see me.
Yeah.
And I would wear a shirt like the Invisible Man. So I wouldn't let you guys down.
You just had to bring up the beef tallow again.
Yeah, I mean, it's great.
So are you really going to make a birthday cake for Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. What kind?
I'm thinking whiskey.
Whiskey birthday cake?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a recipe out there. I might make up my own recipe.
Bourbon ball, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
There's, are we going to do anything in particular Friday besides open gifts?
I don't know. You know what? We need to brainstorm.
We could put some like shrooms or THC in the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll brainstorm during the members only.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah.
Don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Alex Stein, I am still in my pursuit to get Alex Stein on the show. He's still not responding to me. I don't know. There was a fallout with Alex Stein and Tuttle, like just a couple months ago.
Yeah, it was
Trish
like
were
2
watching
months. I remember that.
Yeah, whatever it was. And I haven't noticed Alex Stein back on the show. Maybe he's been there and I've just missed it. But I need to ask Lummy, like, are y'all still on good terms? Because if they're not, Alex is definitely not going to come on this show. Like, he doesn't really, we've never met him.
Yeah. But I would have to go with Tuttle because he's my buddy now.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're Bubba Army for life.
Although Alex,
it would be nice. He was on MSNBC yesterday, not as a guest, but as a guy that just caught a live shot in the Texas State Capitol and decided he wanted to get up in the mix.
we just watched the speaker gavel out with a whole lot of anger, Kelly. Here's the state of play. Here's
MSNBC sucks.
Hey, how are you?
MSNBC sucks.
Talk to you for a second.
MSNBC sucks.
Okay.
See the frustration.
Sometimes this happens, and we understand that that can happen. And while we love free speech, we're going to keep control here. So, Ryan, thank you. Shaq, thank you.
You hate free
A
speech.
volatile story. We'll be following it. And apparently, not only Shaq cleaned up. Okay. Stay with us here because Ryan has cleared the set, as we would like to say. The gentleman moved on. So, Ryan, let me turn back to you. Nicely handled there. Can you give us an update on, as you were walking us through this, we'll all take a breath there. Maybe not.
Yes!
Okay. Go ahead, Ryan. See,
Hold on 1 second, Kelly.
Okay. We're just going to pull the plug there. Thank
Kelly,
you,
this
Ryan.
is all playing out in real time.
It sure
Passion
is.
is high.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of anger here, as you can see. So we're going to get control of this and come back to you when we can.
Fair enough, fair enough. And we recognize people are expressing their views, and we're there to cover it. You do that job. We'll move on with our audience. Thanks for your patience with all of that.
Epic.
Epic.
They did not
Dude,
give
that
up.
is awesome.
They did not give
God,
up.
that guy.
I love Alex Stein. He's the best. And then he had this other thing where he was, I guess this was in Texas too, city council meeting, and he, they have the public hearing part of it, and he gets his 2 minutes and decided to come up and talk about the LGBTQ issues.
Ooh. Welcome. Introduce yourself. Go ahead.
My name's Alex Stein. I'm considered one of the sexiest men in conservative politics. And one thing I want to say, a lot of people are going to hear my testimony and you're going to say you're anti-LGBTQ. I want to say that's impossible because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. So obviously I have a lot of gay pride. But, a lot of conservatives like yourself, you want to outlaw transgenders in women's sports. I disagree. I like transgenders in women's sports because you can gamble on them and win money. I won so much money on Leah Thomas's propeller in that pool. I almost turned draft kings, into draft queens. And, I actually like transgenders in the military, too, because, first of all, transgenders are some of the meanest people on planet Earth, so they'd make a good soldier, don't you think? And then, second of all, transgenders love to do mass shootings. So that's perfect for a military veteran. And then on top of that, the suicide rate is incredibly high among transgender people. So we could just use them like the Taliban has suicide bombers. Maybe you guys can actually, if you commit suicide, actually help us in the battlefield. So that would be good. So I think we need transgenders in the military and women's sports. Now, when we come to the bathroom bill, though, this is an asymmetrical problem. Because, first of all, no dude cares if, like, a bisexual woman comes in there and tries to use, like, a pee funnel. Some lady boy comes in there, some, stud comes in there, wants to pee in the urinal. No guy's going to be threatened by, a trans woman. But we don't want these gargoyles in a dress, some chick with a dick coming in there and trying to pee or poop next to my girlfriend, because that's disgusting. And, I was going to say something. Listen, I have my First Amendment right. Let me just speak. So, we're sick of these transgenders trying to invade women's personal spaces. These people have autogynephilia, they're sexual perverts, and they actually get satisfaction from going there and looking under a stall. So, these are mentally ill people that are on hormones, that are on all kinds of pills. They're impulsive, and they do not belong in a women's restroom. So, if some of you lesbians want to come in and pee next to me, you're more than welcome. So, we just don't let the chicks with dicks in the women's room, and you guys are all welcome in the men's room. I think that works.
Thank you very much.
Good job, Alex. Wow. Good job.
Man.
So eloquent.
That really was.
Dude, he had it twice in the same week. That's epic.
I did. It was good.
God, that was good.
And maybe the worst of all, and Tony, we probably need to move this up about 18 to 20 seconds. Give me about. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So Jim Acosta, who, as you can see here, is turning into some weird hybrid of Rachel Maddow and Keith Olbermann.
Don't forget Rosie O'Donnell.
And Rosie O'Donnell had decided to do an interview with an AI being. But this is not just any AI being. This is one of the kids that was unalived in the Parkland mass shooting. And so they put an AI version of this kid, this unalived kid, together so Jim Acosta could sit here on his little podcast and talk back and forth, and it is the most cringe thing I've seen in a long time. Watch.
Now it's American democracy that is on the line in the upcoming midterms. In a few minutes, I'll speak with Texas State Representative James Tallarico about the redistricting battle in his state. But first, today is August the 4th. That happens to be the birthday of my first guest. Joaquin Oliver died in the Parkland school shooting in Florida back in 2018, but his parents, Manuel and Patricia, have created an AI version of their son to deliver a powerful message on gun violence. Manny asked me if I'd like to be the first reporter to have the chance to interview Joaquin, whose nickname was Guac. I've talked about him on this show before. Knowing Manny for several years now, I consider him to be a good friend. So, of course, I took him up on the opportunity. So here's that interview using artificial intelligence, as well as a conversation I had with Manny about this experience to connect with Guac. Take a look.
All right. If you want to share anything or have questions, I'm all ears. Just let me know.
Joaquin, it's Jim Acosta. I was wondering if you could tell me what happened to you.
I appreciate your curiosity. I was taken from this world too soon due to gun violence while at school. It's important to talk about these issues so we can create a safer future for everyone. What would you like to know more about?
Joaquin, I would like to know what your solution would be for gun violence.
Great question. I believe in a mix of stronger gun control laws, mental health support, and community engagement. We need to create safe spaces for conversations and connections, making sure everyone feels seen and heard. It's about building a culture of kindness and understanding. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea, Joaquin. We definitely need more of that.
I'm so glad you think so. More kindness and understanding
What a
will truly
loser.
make a difference.
God, that's so
Time out. All I can think as I'm watching this kid is like, hi, Dr. Dingling. My name is Guac.
But mine was much better. You know, the funny thing is it's obvious that they didn't have the budget to actually subscribe to one of those. That's like the free version where you get 3 credits.
Hi, Dr. Dingling. My name is Guac from Parkland, Florida. I just wanted to know.
God,
I tell you what, let's not keep going with that. We'll use some of it on the members only.
I think we embarrassed him enough.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You know, you feel like, hey, we're laughing at this dead kid, the unalived kid.
They did not. They're required. You were required by law to put on the bottom of the screen or identify that this is AI. It was never identified in that video, and there was nothing on the screen.
Well, he said it was AI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna report Jim Acosta?
Yeah, I thought it would.
You're gonna hurt all 3 of his subscribers' feelings if you get his show canceled. All right, let's get out of here. We got a members only coming up.
Wow.
Thank you to everybody in the chat. I hope y'all stick around. We'll try to get back pretty quickly. Boomer Mike Chris, Bob Cook, my lovely wife,
Jerry,
Fat Pig, Jerry. Who else is in here?
Bama Phoenix.
Bama Phoenix.
Rainy.
Don't forget her song later, by the way, this week.
Trucker Bobby just came in.
Trucker Bobby. Did I tell you that Trucker Bobby said he wanted to provide us with some breast milk for you to drink? It's from his wife.
Trucker Bobby, if you would, send me a pic. No.
What did she look like?
That's disgusting. My God, what is wrong with me? And you know what? In the interest of science, I will.
And what does she look like?
No.
That's what she said.
I know, but I was going for the joke, and it's tacky. And now Trucker Bobby's like, what the hell is wrong with John Bird? But you already knew I was like this, Trucker.
All right, Jody Gup, final words.
Final words. Jim Acosta, bad. Hulk Hogan, good. Brooke Hogan, excellent. Happy for Bubba, the love sponge, for sure. I miss Clearwater, but I hope that family gets some peace. And stay positive. Get plenty of water, meat, sunlight, sleep.
John Bird, give us your final words here in about 60 seconds.
I'm coming after you. You can't run. You can't hide. I'm going to start my own scientific religion. I'm going to start the Star Trekology, and we're coming for you. I'm sorry, but it is now my mission. I'm taking them down. I'm taking you down. But drink water and lemonade and plenty of sleep and work out and eat your meat.
Good. That was good.
Not your meat.
Somebody else's
cows. Eat cow's meat.
Okay.
Well, I mean, female cow's meat. Drink the female's cow's milk. That's what you should do.
All right.
Hey, we'll have a taste test. That's it.
So now you're saying Trucker Bobby's wife is a cow? No, I'm just kidding.
No. Tony.
All right.
No.
Anyway, we're going to get out of here. Until next time. Oh, don't forget members only. Till next time. See you, Club.